time to not get distracted by bullshit. Okay? Distraction like Joe Biden's butthole cancer hoax. Okay? We're hearing all different types of bullshit from all different directions, from all different angles and whatnot. We're all being distracted by bullshit from the real issue. And the thing is, what's the real issue? Okay? There's so much distraction being put out. Like, this new one is, Joe Biden has butthole cancer. It's a hoax. Is it a hoax? I don't know. But if it is a distraction and it is a hoax, whoever came up with that shit gotta be the stupidest motherfucker alive right now. I mean, we've had, November 18th of 2024 till now. Let's see, we had drone sightings, we had 3 plane crashes in that same week. We had, more drone sightings. We had, the Pope opens up 5 portals for on Christmas to bring out the Antichrist bullshit. Jared comes around. We got more drone sightings. We've got AI-powered drones advancing by AI. We got more plane crashes. We got a fire in SoCal. Governor Nutless Newsom diverts water from going down south to the ocean. Why? Because of one fucking tiny fish. The reservoirs are dried as Hillary's crotch. No, rephrase that. The reservoir is as dry as Nancy Pelosi's asshole. And fires in SoCal. The last one, Junupa Valley. 3.5, 4 hours away from Fresno, man. Junupa Valley, man. You know, that's way out there. Last one we heard, and not just that, but between January and February, we had there's a break into a military installation where they sold 3 Humvees, tripods, bayonets, medical supplies, all that shit, right? And come find out, it was broken into by illegals and shit. Like, really, dude? 3 stolen Humvees. One was very highly armored to the teeth. Let's see. 3, 20 bayonets. Huge load of medical supplies. Let's see. Night vision goggles. And, they were getting fucking ballsy, man, but one guy, like, all of a sudden, they were trying to, hijack someone's house. There's a guy wearing a firefighter jacket. He got busted for trying to break into someone's house. Be a squatter, and get a free house. Like, I don't get it. Like, squatters have rights? No, they don't. Squatters have no rights at all, in my opinion, you know. I mean, you gotta be the dumbest fuck to, like, they go in, they see how your house is, they're like, this is too nice for me. They throw out your stuff, but put holes in your walls, fuck up your plumbing, all that crap, you know. Like, what the fuck, dude? You know, like, fuck, shit, man, you know. And like, what the fuck, dude? You know. I'm just like really fucking livid, man, you know. All these dumbasses, you know. We got some dumbass motherfuckers believing what they're hearing, believing what they're reading, believing of what they see on TV, right? You know, the one thing that does piss me off is that Kash Patel, the FBI director, and Dan Bongino sticking to the script of Jeffrey Epstein did kill himself. 3 things: a picture, Christmas lights, and Jeffrey Epstein could not hang themselves. At least one out of the 3 got bumped off, whacked, taken out, neutralized. You know, it's just that you would think that people would open their eyes by now that they're being distracted, man. They're being distracted by this bullshit, you know. Look, Jeffrey Epstein did not. Jeffrey Epstein was murdered, okay? He was murdered, okay? No bullshit there, man, you know. But they want to say, well, he didn't kill him. He killed himself. No, like, they send the files. They know he was murdered, but Jeffrey did kill himself. He hung himself. How? How can you say? Well, how can you say that when you, as a deputy director, who have seen the documents, knowing that he was murdered and shit, you're willing to lie to the face of a committee saying Jeffrey Epstein did kill himself? No, in fact, you've seen the document saying he did not kill himself. Right? You know? And, Trump's bringing in Fox people. Okay? He picked Jeanine Pirro as to be an attorney, a U.S. attorney. She was on Fox News for years. She was a court judge, worked at Fox News, had her own show, but they fired her off her show. But she's part of the 5 now, or was, you know. No hairs. No hairs. But the thing is, here's where I'm pissed off at here, It's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit, And a lot of bullshit. Lots and lots of bullshit. Um, um, and we're all being distracted from the real issue. I'm pissed off about that shit, I'm literally pissed off because there's a lot of people out there are burying their head in the sand, and there's some out there that don't fucking care, don't give a shit, and it's the truth. They don't care. They do not fucking care that they're being distracted over bullshit, Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I became emotionally constipated. I haven't given a shit in days because of this crap, Because here's a new distraction. Breaking news, former President Joe Biden has butthole cancer. AKA prostate. Who gives a shit? If he has it, he has it. If he doesn't, he don't. The guy is mentally, cognitively gone up here, man. He's like completely gone. Put it this way. The wheel's spinning, the gerbil's fucking dead. Alright? The gerbil's fucking dead, man, and it's just that, and now you have Antifa, those cocksuckers, any election season or end of it, whatever it is, any kind of issue. Antifa is a village full of drugged out white kids, okay? Nothing more than a bunch of drugged out white kids, okay? With their fake cause, I am very fucking pissed, man, We got Bike Week coming up in Sturgis, South Dakota and shit. And we all know where those fucking drugged out white kids are going to go next. Over there. Sturgis is a place where you do not want to, because Bike Week, okay, when you have bikers like Hell's Angels, the Mongols, the Banditos, so on and so forth, and you think you're tough because as a group you can fight, but one-on-one you're a pussy, right? They went to Sturgis a few years ago. One mistake, one fuck up of theirs is they try to kick a biker off his bike. I was praying for them to get their ass whooped, but no. Sturgis Sheriff Department came in and saved their pussy ass. I was like, oh, don't get in the way. Let them whoop their ass. You don't ever try to kick a guy off his bike. Oh, man. Like, I want to see a Hells Angels beat the shit out of Antifa member. I would have loved that. I would have loved that. I would love to see a Bandito or Mongol kick the shit out of a Antifa member. That would have made me fucking happy, man. Like, holy shit. I'm like, dude, I could freeze frame a picture of him getting stomped on the head and put it on my fucking wall. But I can't say that because YouTube's community guideline and their policy, you're not supposed to say that. Why? Because we have a policy of it's called censorship, you schmuck. I mean, these bastards, they look like ninja rejects from clown college, right? And I'm just sitting there like, I'm watching this. I like Bike Week. I like watching Bike Week. I think it's pretty cool. Everybody getting along. Everybody's riding on their bikes and stuff. Just having a good time. And all of a sudden, it's like you got dumbass members of Antifa going to Sturgis Bike Week, hoping to really do some. I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, somebody's going to get their, somebody's going to get a fist in their ass. And it's going to hurt. And they're going to bleed. But the thing is, my problem is this. I was pissed off when this one dumbass thought it was cool to try to kick a guy off his bike. You don't do that. You don't do that. Okay? I know Antifa is a village full of dumbass, drug-out white kids, but they're that stupid. They are that fucking stupid, but they're asking for it. Antifa is asking for an ass whooping. Okay? My thing is, what happened if they actually get their ass whooped? Every single one of them. Just for being a little punk, But the thing is, I can't say that here. I just did, but, will I pay for it? Probably not. But my issue with this bullshit is, you got these dumbasses being distracted over bullshit. Now, I can say this. November 18th, from mass sightings of drones and shit, a 12-block radius of 80-plus drones, and then you hear about a medical supply being stolen from a container going to New Jersey and shit. Then you hear about 3 plane crashes. Then you hear about a fire in SoCal and shit. Then you hear about a military installation where 3 Humvees are stolen, along with a set of medical supplies. I would call it night vision goggles, medical supplies, bayonets, and other shit. Just driven out of a military installation. And they tried to break into where they tried to steal, like, uniforms and shit, you know. Oh, those hairs. And I'm thinking, like, yeah, this was, like, yeah. Nobody's that dumb. But somebody that dumb did, you know. Mama said what stupid is what stupid does. Did you guys know that there's going to be going to be a sequel to Forrest Gump, right? You know, there was, but they have this unseen trailer for the movie, but it was like just dropped it. They didn't want anything to do with it. But the thing is, I'm tired of seeing stupid people being distracted. You know, I'm tired of seeing dumbasses with their head in the sand. You know, because they don't fucking care. They don't care, man. You know, like shit. They don't care. I just think that we got some issues here, man. You know, we got more fish to fry than being distracted, you know. People just need to wake the fuck up, man. They just need to wake the fuck up. How many will wake up, you know? That's my question, you know. It's just that I could sit out here all fucking night until the morning just talking like this, you know. But I do like coming out here. I do. I love coming out here because it's nice, cool. It's nicer in the evening. We're already near the second half of this month, and it's gone by quick. We're already almost in June. You know, almost in June. That was fast, you know. Someone asked me a good question here years ago. And they asked me, what's your favorite part of the time of the year? I said, without missing a beat, I said October to about May. Didn't know what to think or say, you know. Why? Well, October is close to November, you know, and I've always liked the like from July on. I like September to about, I'll say, April. April. And that's always been my favorite time of the year. Favorite time, you know. Why? Just do. You know, I mean, I'm not big on summer. I haven't been in like 20 years. Haven't been real big on summer in like 20 years. I've always liked September to about April. I remember as a kid, when you got out of school, you're out till about September, 3 months, and it's like whole 3 months, like 3 months vacation. Hell yeah. November, you got a few days. Christmas and New Year's, you got 2 weeks. From June to August till about September, that's, you know, that's time, you know. I haven't been to school in 30 years, man. In 30 years. Shit. It would mark 30 years for me, man. Like, shit, dude. I'm 49 years old, dude. I've been in school in 30 years. It's been 30 years for me, man. Almost 30 years in June. Like, shit, man. I can open up my yearbook. I'm going, this how I looked 30 years ago. God, I'm fucking old, dude. You know. But hey, I look good for my age. I don't care what anybody thinks. You know, I don't care. So the thing is, you know, for the last 30 years, man, there's been so much distraction, man, you know. Don't matter who's in office, there's just been too many distractions, man, you know. So many that you can actually catapult a pig saying, well, look, a pig was flying. No, well, just catapulted. People are fucking stupid, dude. People are fucking stupid. I love mornings. You know, I mean, I could sit out here and chill till about 5 o'clock in the morning and just, you know, whatever. But I'm not gonna do that. You know. I just think it's really insane, dude. You know, honestly. Dumbass people running amok, being distracted and shit, you know. Just completely head in the sand, not give a shit of what's going on now these days, man, you know. My generation, Gen X, Millennials, Gen Zs, Gen X is the last greatest generation of all time. The absolute last greatest generation. But we are badasses. Gen X is badass. We don't give a fuck. If we have something to say, we're gonna fucking say it, dude. We don't care who the fuck it is, man. We're gonna say it. All right, we're gonna say it. One of the issues that need to be seriously looked at and really investigated, and I mean right down to the fucking nitty gritty. Organized government gang stalking that needs to be investigated. People involved need to be locked the fuck up. I say let's lock up the guy who created the program, Robert Duncan, man. This guy needs to be locked up, and sent to Guantanamo Bay or Alcatraz if they open it up. Could you guys believe that shit? Could you guys fucking hear that shit? Donald Trump wants to reopen up Alcatraz, man. I'm like, oh. It's been 62 years since it closed, man. It's like the governor of Pennsylvania wants to open up Eastern State Penitentiary after it's been closed for nearly since the 50s and shit. Like, fuck. How about reopen up that one in New Mexico, where they had that the worst riot since Attica. Open that up. I mean, you got these psych wards that could be recycled and turned into prisons and shit. But that would cost taxpayers money. Use money in the tariff, man. Shit. Use the tariff money. Use the tariff money to do this shit, Would I want to see it? No. Why? Honestly, I think we should just, just really, I tell you what, man, I think that, the inmates, if they do go into Alcatraz, damn well that, it's going to be kind of like Shawshank Redemption. Like, heavily watched. And, the inmates are going to kind of just freak the fuck out. Lizzie, come on. Hey, get over here. Leave the kitty alone. Hey, get over here. Hey, get over here. Get over here. I'm going to get you. I mean, just the idea of Alcatraz reopening. Oh, man. I play Watch Dogs 2 every now and then. And one of the missions is to break a guy out of Alcatraz shit, because Oakland PD is colluding with gangsters and shit, gangbangers and shit, and but in the game you're at Alcatraz, and you gotta sit this guy. You gotta sit this guy, and you gotta do it fast. And then now one about Alcatraz. I've been hearing this shit on social media, especially TikTok, that they found the 3 bodies of the ones that escaped the prison. You know, if they did, they did, right? The thing is, you know damn well the England brothers, they're not going to stay. You know, the England brothers and then their guy, yeah, they made it. They made it, dude. They made it. And if they broke out, if they accepted Alcatraz right and lived, here's the thing. Those guys got to be in their 80s. Okay, in their 80s, right? There's a picture of them from back in 1975. And they're both got mutton chops, long hair, mutton chops, the whole Wolverine mutton chops, and they're working in the yard, working in the garden, right? Working, and it looks like they're either in Brazil or Bolivia, Bolivia and Brazil don't have an extradition treaty with us, Yeah, it's true. Russia, Brazil, there's some countries that have no extradition shit, and Brazil is one of them, and so is Bolivia. Now the thing is, if the brothers live, because from what they're saying is that 2 out of the 3 that escaped died, and one of them is in their late 80s and shit. The marshal said that if they reach the age of 99, there's nothing that they can do about it. Nothing. Because there's a certain stature in the law that if you are an escapee and you're still alive and you live to be 99, they can't touch you. I would have gone if I was a Alcatraz escapee. I would have gone to fucking Brazil, dude. Fucking Brazil. And live in the favela. Argentina, I've gone. Cuba, maybe Cuba. But it's funny that the whole. I kind of like Alcatraz the way it is. I like hearing the stories about the escapees and shit, because it's kind of like the Zodiac Killer or D.B. Cooper kind of thing, It's like people don't want, They don't want DB Cooper caught, or like, they. It's kind of a mythos thing, Who's DB Cooper? Who is the Zodiac Killer? There's a mythos of some part of you want to know who it is, and part of you's like, but with Zodiac, you definitely want to know who he is. DB Cooper, a U.S. Marshal said that if DB Cooper was still alive, he would be charged. Well, the thing is, you're not going to catch him. You're not going to get DB Cooper because, but with the escape of Alcatraz, I'll tell you what, if they survived, that would be like, okay. But it's kind of like, I want to do an interview with the survivor, but, he could be sick, he could be having dementia already, all that shit. It's kind of like the Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid kind of mystery, Did Butch Cassidy survive the shootout with the Bolivian army, Did he come back to the United States? If Butch Cassidy faked his death and survived and come back to the States, yeah, he would have to wear kind of like what I have, a beard, all that, kind of dress a certain way where he looks completely different, but yet, if they do open up Alcatraz, there goes the revenue, man. Because Alcatraz as a museum, a park, there's revenue generated through tourism and shit, And if you open up Alcatraz as a prison again, that would destroy the mythos, the legend, and all that, people go in there and they kind of, and it takes away the imagination of somebody that was like, what's it like you want to talk to somebody who lived there, right? Yeah, all those questions, but it's like, if Trump does this, you would have to have the vote to remove the status as a national park to be a prison again, there are some jails that are on the registry as museums and stuff, and I would say leave Alcatraz the way it is. Leave it. Just leave it. There are prisons that we do have that you could reopen. But the thing is, people are going to say, well, why? It's a waste of taxpayer money. There are some prisons that do need some renovation to be reused and shit, you know. That could be reused. Joliet in Chicago still use that shit. Still, I mean, it can be used as a, I mean, you know, an extra, you know, whatever, you know. But you could take some of that money from the tariffs and renovate a couple prisons, because you know there's overcrowding in a lot of them. If you reopen up a few of them, you would take away the overcrowding. You know, make it more modern. Make it more modern. And if you go and watch the story about the riot in the New Mexico prison in 1980, which was 45 years ago, that explained why you need prisons, some prisons to be reopened, which would take away the overcrowding of another prison, you know, overcrowding, you know. If you overcrowd a prison, it makes it more dangerous, more, because you got guards that are outnumbered, you know, outnumbered 12, 15 to 20 to 1, you know. But Alcatraz, if they reopen that, that would be a huge game changer, man, because there's about three prisons that could send to Alcatraz, you know, because there's 3 levels. There's 3 levels in Alcatraz, 3 levels. And could you imagine? Now here is something funny for me. If you took a group of members of Antifa and take them to Alcatraz and lock them up, like seriously lock them up, because the thing is, they call it the Rock for nothing, you know. Alcatraz is the West Coast version of Rikers, you know, Rikers Island, you know. It would scare the shit out of a Antifa member who's a drugged out white kid. I think he's tough. He ain't tough, he's a pussy, you know. But again, I like Alcatraz the way it is. National Park, museum, you name it, you know. And plus it's haunted. Haunted, you know, like shit, you know. Where are we at here? Okay, nearly an hour. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and shut down this feed. And it's getting near, it's 23:15, which means it's 11:15. And I'm going to go inside and put Lizzie to bed here. And if you guys are new to this channel, subscribe, comment below, share, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, happy, and wise. And I mean healthy and wise. I love you guys. And we'll all see you in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.